Hey guys, welcome back to Bibliophile Reads. I'm Courtney and you're joining me today for another weekly reading vlog. Today is Monday, August 12th, and I am coming to you late. So if you saw my vlog last week, you know that I had some vacation days, and so I did not work today, which was fantastic. If you didn't check out that vlog, make sure you go do that. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel. I'm so close to 1,000. Would love to make that mark. So if you like my content, subscribe. It's free. If you want to do some more, you can be a member of my channel, and then definitely share my channel with people that you think might be interested in it. But this weekend, my goal was to read, and that just did not happen the way I had anticipated it to happen. So let me tell you kind of what went down. Okay, so last week, as mentioned in my other vlog, I finished Anxious People, and I finished Faybound. No, sorry, I finished Logan's Story. I tried to read Honey, I'm Homo, which is a nonfiction book. I only have 16 pages in. I tried to read Faybound. I tried to read Jackpot Summer, and then Bridesmaid for Hire, and now I'm reading A Cozy Mystery. So I tried to do all the things, so let's talk about them. So I started the week trying to read Faybound, which is a fantasy novel that's pretty new, and I've been hearing some things about it. I don't know if it's good or bad. I've just been hearing people read it. So I have it on my Kindle, but I also got a copy from the library, which is my favorite way to read if I have a physical copy and a digital copy, but one was free. That's my favorite. That's my favorite. So I was reading this, and I got to page, what was it? Oh, I'm almost at part 2. Oh. I got to page 116, 117. And as I'm flipping through, it's just before part 2 of this book, which have been great. So I might continue this, but I'm soft DNFing it right now because I feel like it was sort of slumping me because I wasn't catching a rhythm with it. This book follows sisters Urine and Lettle. They are en route to a Fey world. Urine has been, I can't believe her name is Urine, but it's Yeeran. So Uran, let's just say Uran, I don't know. Yeeran. So she is exiled from her community by her lover, who is the queen of where they're from. And she's on her way to her exile. Her sister Lettle goes to find her with companion Rayan. They run into some Fae. And now the Fae are going to take them as prisoners. So that's as far as I have gotten. Not a bad story. It's right up my alley. I just wanted to read something else, and so I put this down for a second. I might even pick this up this week again. I just wanted to put it down for a second because I felt kind of stalled. So there was that. While I was stalled, I tried to pick up Jackpot Summer. This was after I finished Logan's Story. I started this on Saturday. I had read this in, I want to say this came out in June as an add-on. For Book of the Month Club, and I picked it up because I saw some people got some PR packages about this, and I was like, okay, let's read it. It's not for me. I'm definitely DNFing it, and I am going to probably give this to Half Price Books. I got to 30 pages in, and here's what got me, was that the first chapter was 30 pages, which is, I can't stand that. Long chapters just take me out, and it took me 2 days to get through that chapter. So that's a clear sign to me that that's not it for me. But basically this book follows a family who always comes to a beach house in the summer. Their mom has just passed away. They're coming back together to celebrate her. And I think they do this annually. And we had just followed the first daughter, or the first sister, through this chapter. Let's see, who is it? Sophie. And that's about it. So I wasn't interested. It's just not for me. I can't get into it. So DNF on that one. I don't think I'm going to come back to that. So then I decided to pick up Bridesmaid for Hire. This is by Megan Quinn. It's on Kindle Unlimited. I heard some great things about it. And I ended up reading that book on Saturday and Sunday, giving it 4 stars. So super excited that I got to dig into a book. And this book is following Maggie and Brody. Maggie is she works for a bridal wedding company, and they help brides on their big day. They plan events, and she has had just an amazing year. So she's on vacation in Bora Bora. Brody is Maggie's brother's best friend, which is another one of my favorite tropes. And he is in Bora Bora because he's trying to close a deal with his company. And the company heads are heading down to Bora Bora for the company's like CEO's daughter's wedding. When they get down there, Maggie and Brody run into each other. They have a history because Maggie and Brody kissed one time, and then Brody just kind of ghosted her, and she didn't know like what was going on. So they don't like each other, but of course we know where this is going. So the wedding is having some problems because one of the bridesmaids dropped out, and they have asked Maggie to join in to be a bridesmaid and sort of help solve all wedding problems while they're down there. And she gets found out by them by going up to Brody and pretending like they are a couple because she needs an in with the CEO guy, right? Because if she can fix this wedding or have some hand in it, she can have her name spread everywhere. So she starts sort of a fake relationship with Brody. He's anti, but then they kind of start doing it for mutual benefits. And we kind of snowball from there. They have forced proximity. They have to share a bungalow because Brody is too broke. He couldn't afford a bungalow, but she could. Lots of banter back and forth. Very cute scenes. I thought it was well written, very fast paced, and it was just what I needed to get out of my slump. So I highly, highly, highly recommend Bridesmaid for Hire. Then last night I was like, what will I read now? And I'm kind of still thinking what I will read on my Kindle, but I did pick up Peking Duck and Cover. This is Vivian Chin's new book in the Noodle Shop Mystery. I just picked this up on Friday. And so I am reading through that. I'm only 46 pages in, and we're just all of the setup. This follows, what is her name? Lana and her family's noodle shop, and they have like a night street market that they work at. Well, in this book, we are hitting Chinese New Year, so there's lots of setup for that, and there's something gonna happen. It hasn't happened yet, but we're 45 pages in, and I'm here for it. So that's kind of what I'm starting. And I'm gonna look around on my Kindle tonight to see what else I could add to my reading plate, because I would really like to have something on my Kindle that I want to read. I had Harry Potter and Sorcerer's Stone loaded up, but I might look for something else as well. Everybody's been talking about Quicksilver as well, which is another fantasy. I don't know if I want to dive into that just yet, but I might download it. Oh no, it's 670 pages. No, I'm not doing that. Can't do it, not right now. So I will come back to that, but I'm gonna look around for something else to read on my Kindle. But that's the update for Monday, so I will talk to you guys tomorrow. Hey guys, happy Tuesday. Hopping on to give you an update on what I read yesterday. I haven't read too much today, so it's mostly yesterday, but man, today was crazy at work. It's like I really valued my vacation time and crazy. And it's not so much like people, just my to-do list is so long for this week. And I hope that I can get everything done, because today was my lightest meeting day, and I only got like 6 or 7 things done on my list because people needed things, and that's how it goes. So we'll see how this week plays out. But yeah, it was really busy. Still don't regret the time off though. It was so good. Okay, so yesterday I took a huge chunk into Peking Duck and Cover. I'm on page 99, and there are 200 more pages to go. Oh man, I was gonna try to finish this tonight. I'll probably finish it tomorrow. But I'm gonna try to read another 100 or so pages tonight. This book is following Lana Lee. She's in all of the books. Her family owns a noodle shop. And the ones that I've read, there's some type of night market that happens routinely. Something always happens there. And in this story, there's like a dance performance that happens. There's some arguments between the brother and sister. Somebody comes up dead, and now we're on the hunt. We're on the hunt to find out who did it. We didn't get that until maybe 80 pages in. And so I was just like, there's like a lot of buildup, which shouldn't be. This is like the 10th book. So I don't know why so much setup, but there was. So I'm going to read more of that tonight. And then I was desperately trying to find something to read on my Kindle. Last night I started what was it, A Disaster in Three Acts, and wasn't really feeling it. But I just picked up Canadian Boyfriend, which I've had on my Kindle for a while. I actually purchased it because I was gonna get it from the library at one point and I never got to it. So I just ended up buying it on the Kindle when it was on a special. So I have that I'm reading, but I'm like literally 2 or 3 pages in. So I will read that once the lights go out and I have time to read on my Kindle. Other than that, pretty normal day. I did try to do my first day of the life vlog, and so hopefully I have enough footage for the day. It is really hard to keep up with like all the things that happen in a day, but it's my goal to do that. I just want to try it. So hopefully that'll be out on Thursday of this week, and then we'll see if that becomes a thing or not. But anyway, that's it for Tuesday. Not too much. I didn't read too much, but I do have a sprint from Olivia Reads a Latte that I might put on right now and kind of sprint along with while I get a chunk of reading done, because I would like to do that tonight to feed my soul. Anyway, that's it for today. I'll talk to you guys tomorrow. Happy Thursday, checking in to give you an update on my reading. I did not check in yesterday because a couple reasons. One, I was lazy, but 2, I was working on another video that I'm editing, which is a day in my life, work from home edition. I've never done one of those, so I just thought I would try it out. So if you haven't taken a look at it, go watch it, support it, and tell me what you think. But let me tell you what I've been reading. It's actually been kind of slow on the reading front. And so I am hopeful to get another spurt of energy. This always happens mid-month for me. I start off the month very excited about reading, ready to jump into a new month, dive in, and then it's mid-month. I slump a little, and the next thing you know, it's like the 23rd, 24th, 25th, and I'm ready to read all the things again. So that's my pattern. So I know that's what's happening right now. But let me update you. So I did finish Peking Duck and Cover. Is it Peking Duck and Cover? And I gave this 4 stars on Goodreads, but I'm giving it like a 3.5. So this book is the 10th in the series, I want to say. And this is the Noodle Shop Mystery Series. This follows Lana Lee. Her family owns a noodle shop. And part of what they do is they work at this like night market, and something always happens. Like we're on the 10th book, something happens. So in this book, they have some performers. One of the performers ends up dead. And so they're on the hunt to find out what happens. So I don't want to spoil it for anybody. I like Vivian Chin's writing, so I will continue on with her series. However, this book, maybe I'm a genius, but I just figured out the whodunit very quickly. And so within the first section of the book, well, first of all, the murder doesn't happen until like 70 or 80 pages in. Which seemed deep in, considering that like this is the 10th book. We know the characters, we know the build-up. And this book is also closer to 300 pages, which these Cozy Mysteries are not, so that was different as well. But the whodunit for me was pretty obvious from the beginning. So because I kind of felt like that, the middle dragged just a little bit. And so I still thought it was quality. I still recommend it for anybody who wants to read it. And then I picked up, I think I told you guys this already, The Canadian Boyfriend on my Kindle. This is by Jenny Holiday. I'm still not that far in. I want to say like I'm 11% in. What pages? Like whenever I'm 10% in, I'm like, what page is that? So then I know how many pages are about in the book. Okay, so this is a short book. It's not, I'm on page 29 and I'm 11% in. And in this book, we are following Mike, Martin, Olivia, his daughter, and what's the girl's name? The main girl. And this book seems to be set in Minnesota, which is where I live. And the main girl met Mike years ago at the Mall of America when she was working there. Now she is a dance teacher, and his daughter goes to her studio. Is it his daughter or his niece? Look, I'm not far enough. I got to come back to it. Somebody in his life as a child goes to her music studio and does dance, and he's kind of smitten with her upon seeing her, but doesn't recognize her, and she immediately recognizes him. So then it goes from there. So yeah, I'm just starting it. I like it. I don't feel any pressure to read it. I also don't feel any like, let me hurry up and get to what's happening because I'm so not far into it. So I want to check that out. I think what's holding me back yesterday is that I did get a new phone. So I'll show it here. But I know so many people on TikTok have been talking about this, but iPhone users changing to the Z Flip 6. I do both. I've done Samsung for years and then gone to iPhone and back and forth. It can be a little cumbersome with the change because everyone in my family is iPhone right now. But I'm going to spend the weekend continuing to set this up. And I did get an exclusive color, this peach color, because you guys know how I feel about pink. And so I love the Flip. I had the Z Flip 3, which I traded in for this, and literally loved it so much. I had an issue with my hinge though, and so I ended up stopping using it, but I still really do enjoy it. So anyway, that was a ramble for no reason, but I will come back tomorrow with an update on what I read. Hey guys, happy Saturday. Welcome to the last day of the vlog. I skipped a couple of days. That's okay because I was able to catch up on my reading. This week at work was hectic in general, work-wise and just like adult people-wise. So I'm surprised I got books done at all. But I was able to finish this morning, The Love of My Afterlife. This is by Christy Greenwood. I got this as my book of the month add-on this month, and this book's kind of been everywhere. I think the cover is so pretty with those pink elements, and I was just interested. So this book follows our main character, Delphi, who in the beginning dies in her London flat eating a microwavable burger with never having a true love or intimate relationship in her life. She meets an angel, Merit, who sort of strikes a deal with her that if she goes and finds her soulmate, who she met briefly in this sort of heaven waiting room, if she can find him within 10 days and he kisses her, then she can have her life back. It's very Little Mermaid. And so we spend the book with Delphi trying to find her soulmate, and in doing so, enlists the help of her cranky neighbor, Cooper, and things ensue from there. So it's really more of an enemies to lovers sort of trope as you get into it. I gave it I think I gave it 4 stars on Goodreads, but 3.75. I really was going to stick with 3 stars because it really lagged. Like, we are following the 10 days that she has to find out what's happening or find the guy, and she literally, I mean, we're going through each and every day. And I can't remember what book I just read that was like that, but like, we don't have to go through every single day. Like, give me a chunk of days. If we're gonna do every day, then we don't have to do morning, noon, and night. It's just a lot. This book wasn't very long. It's like 360 something, but it felt long. So that's never good. But what made it get the 0.75 from the basic 3 was the twist at the end. It was very sweet, very cute, unexpected actually. And I really liked it. So 3.75, definitely recommend that book. Then midweek, I picked up the book Out on a Limb on my Kindle. I was watching somebody's vlog and they're talking about this book. Now I have Next of Kin by Hannah Bonham Young and I haven't read it. But Out on a Limb was discussed, and this book basically is about a girl who has a one-night stand with a guy, gets pregnant, and that's as far as I am. It's 20% in. And so I really enjoyed the pace of the book, and that's what drew me to it, because whoever I was watching on YouTube had mentioned the pace was so good. And so I really enjoyed the pace, and I'm looking forward to continuing on. So yeah, that's pretty much it for what I'm reading. So I will be reading the rest of Out on a Limb. Hopefully I can finish that today or tomorrow, and then pick up some other things that were on my ambitious August list. But that is everything I read this week. Thanks for joining the ride with me. If you didn't check out my video on Thursday, go back and check that out. I did a work day in my life, which is kind of different for me, but just thought I would give it a try. Otherwise, like, comment, subscribe. Don't forget subscribing is free. If you want to become a member, you can do that, and share my channel, guys. I'm so close to 1,000 subscribers. Would love to hit that benchmark. Until next time, bye guys.